Happy birthday, February 11th. Your power thought or affirmation is, I'm aware that what I do, not what I choose, is what I need to change. Or another way to phrase that is, because that's a lot of words, at least to me, another way to phrase that is, within each and every choice is ownership, and I accept that I have chose what I have chosen. Or phrase it in a way that works for you and your own energy. The main frequency is that the choices you make are yours to perceive and to embody, to own, but you got to balance them out. You have to find your own frequency in the choices to let them reach their highest degree. Because this frequency will overflow if it is not understood. So happy birthday, thank you for finding this video, and I appreciate your time and your space here. So I have created this series for those who have interested in the 365 archetypes, those who would like to learn more about the daily zodiac, and those born on this day. I'm using the Elemental Encyclopedia of Birthdays by Teresa Chung, and the Beyond Lemuria Oracle cards by Izzy Ivy. So let your own free will supersede anything I say in this reading. Let your own energies come forth, and anything written in any book or system of zodiac is a superficial archetype, and your own energies will overcome the frequencies. So, if you did not know already, your sun sign is Aquarius, and your birthday ruler is the moon, the intuitive. You can see and perceive and understand things that other people don't. You understand the understood. Or you understand, or you understand, in ways that other people may not, because your intuition gave you this knowledge, this understanding that other people may not perceive of. Your favorable numbers are 2 and 4, especially that fall on Saturdays and Mondays, that are the 2nd and 4th of the month. Dark blue, silvery white, and violet are your colors. Amethyst is your birthstone. So, I get the archetype energy as the upgrader. Somebody who's always improving, is taking steps each day to get better. They're not the person they were yesterday, and they're going to be even better tomorrow. And they are growing and changing constantly. The upgrader, and the symbol is a person going up a countless staircase forever. And they will always be going up this staircase forever. But there's like beautiful art on one side of the wall, and the other one is a great open space of nothingness. And as they walk, half of their vision is this beautiful mural, and this other half is this untamable unknown. And they just walk forever. That's the vision I'm getting. A great challenge that comes with this archetype is allowing others to do things in their way, to be their own path, to climb their own staircase, to not make developments, to be stagnant, to not grow, to not be better tomorrow than they were yesterday. You might have a hard time accepting that in other people. But understand that the only way for people to move forward is to learn through making their mistakes, for finding out that what they did was not the best choice. By learning how to fix their own situations, they can grow and change. And if you force yourself in your ways to other people, you're depriving them of that in some way. So if this resonates, leave it within yourself deeply. But if it doesn't, just forget I even said it. Because at your best, you can be progressive and changing the world. But it could also be perceived as self-indulgence and tactless, but knowing, intuitive, but excessive. I would also add, you could be hypercritical, but also very understanding. So these are just how others perceive you, labels, and the like. If they work, take them. Don't overthink them. Because your love is going to be really important for you to not overthink. Because that loyalty, that trust, that bond you build with another person is something to really lean into. Because I see that you're very unorthodox, and you're very unusual in your own self, and you are attracted to unusual individuals. People born on this day are very tender, very passionate, and very strong and supportive for those those that they love. Really care about that fostering and that communicative freedom to be who they want to be, to breathe in this, but to have a person to be with and to breathe with. For career, anything that gives you education to learn, develop, grow, and become more, that's going to really drive you, propel you forward. To really embrace who you are, maybe an advisor, a specialist, a freelancer, somebody who's brought in to approve or improve a situation. I also see someone coming up with new things as a inventor, a charity worker, a philosopher, a spiritualist, and maybe somebody who is like a mentor for underprivileged youth. I'm getting that, like Big Brother, Big Sister, or other types of organizations where people of a certain education level, they help other individuals that are impoverished in other ways. I see that as being a good career way a system for you to devote your life to in that monetary and sustainable way. But the destiny, if it works, hold it to your heart. If not, light it on fire and watch it burn. Because you have this masterful power to just share the human experience, to be human in the highest way, to learn to be less critical, to teach all those around you how to break ground, to come up with those original concepts that no one ever thought of, to do those things that no one ever had the boldness, the braveness, or the understanding to grow into that, because you're taking those steps. You're getting there, and you can see where you go. You can look back down and see those stairs long ago where you used to be. And other people who are climbing up behind you, they're going to see your footprints. They will see all the dust on the stairs for thousands and thousands of years. No one's ever walked the way you've walked. No one's been the way you've been. No one has shared the energies you've shared. But you've taken these steps on these dusty staircases, going into the infinity. When people going through, they're going to see this dust. They can see that it hasn't been used. But they can see that someone has gone before them. Only one person, but they know that that person is walking to this day. So they continue. In their own way, they may not step exactly in your footprints. They might trail their own. Some people will. But be knowing and owning the fact that your power, your passion, and your understanding, your knack of making other people feel good about themselves, your ability to just be close and knit in those relationships and have that emotional component of your life and have that battery to charge and to share with other people when it is needed. So just look into that insight and have your doubts just pass away. And learn the master art of diplomacy. There is always a solution, and there is a way to come to a balanced agreement that educates and informs all parties for the betterment of the system and you and your system. So happy birthday. I will now move to your birthday card. It's to balance forces. Equilibrium is one of the greatest forces, because the star of universal power exists between the balance of two extremes, gives you the highest understanding, the throat, the master vocal cord of all existence. An affirmation for you is, I balance all things within me, and through my force of thought radiating through my throat, I speak the truth. Or phrase it in another way that works for you. Another phrasing would be, I am balanced and I speak the truth. That is balanced as being the truth. But within you and without you, there must be balance, or you wouldn't exist. Because life is balance. It's that balance between death and substance, creativity of life. Breathe it in and know that with it, each breath there must be an exhale. For all the oxygen, there must be carbon dioxide. Find the balance within you and know that it must also reflect without you, around you, and cradling you if you choose to let it happen. And not fight against the balance, because sometimes we want it to be one way and it ends up being the other. But if we stay balanced, it is what it is, and that's pretty good. So I thank you for being here, and I hope you have a pretty good year ahead. Maybe even great. Maybe even tremendous.